Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well and I hope that you are all fighting that war against the grey. In today's video we have another Warhammer Black Library story to review for you. Today's video is sponsored by Gap Games, a fantastic miniature wargaming store in Queensland, Australia. They stock a wide variety of miniature wargames from all things Games Workshop to some of my personal favourites, Conquest, The Last Argument of Kings, and all things Modifius wargames as well. Use our affiliate code in the link below to help support both this fantastic store and the channel as well. In today's video, we are going to check out The Demon's Curse by Dan Annett and Mike Lee. This story is adapted and expanded from the classic graphic novels by Dan Annett, which were illustrated by Kev Hopgood. The first in a long series of stories looking at the path of damnation, conquest, debauchery, and war travelled by perhaps the most ambitious, treacherous, and sneaky Dark Elf around, Malice Darkblade. And believe me, that is no easy title to claim. Our story starts with Malice having returned from a successful slave raiding campaign, only to be betrayed by those supposedly close to him, leading him to make one last final gambit for an artifact of immense power that he really doesn't know too much about. I originally read these stories when they were first released as novels as part of the Warhammer Chronicles series around May of 2005. They were an early part of my formative Warhammer years, you could say, and part of why I always had a love for the Dark Elves lore that wouldn't finally get realised until much later on in the painting, building and gaming side of the hobby when Age of Sigmar arrived and I started my beloved Scourge Privateers army, the Dark Elf Corsairs in Age of Sigmar. The story popped back up on Audible not too long ago, just before the release of Warhammer the Old World, and I just couldn't say no to delving back into some ancient Warhammer fantasy lore, getting excited for the Old World myself. This is very much on theme with a lot of Black Library fiction of the time, giving us a main character follow, who is maybe a little bit of a Mary Sue, but hey, we love them for it. If you enjoy stories like Gotrek and Felix, the Thanquol trilogy, or the Orion trilogy and stuff like that, then this is a story I'd heavily recommend checking out, especially Gotrek and Felix. This is very similar in how those stories are put together. This explores the Warhammer fantasy world in fantastic detail, giving us a look at the land of Chill, Nagroth itself. We really don't get a look at anywhere else like this from Warhammer. Looking at all manner of different factions within the Dark Elf lands, from nobles to sorceresses and forbidden sorcerers, and even the mysterious shades. Our story does take us out of the land of Chill and far into the Chaos Waste, where Malice really starts to become the character we read about in the lore from our old Warhammer army books. And well, if you've read these, you know where the story is going, but if you haven't, I'm not going to spoil anything here for you. There are certainly some things that are maybe a little lore inaccurate to the modern Warhammer world, with these books coming out before the later editions of the game, and before things like the End Times events, the Nemesis Crown, all of that sort of stuff. So some discrepancies and oddities may be apparent to more studious lore nerds out there. This is a great adventure story though, with a despicable main character you can't help but somehow want to root for. 5 out of 5 stars for me. This is a great nostalgia hit when I picked it up again, and listening to it again was such a joy after all these years, and it hasn't lost any of its appeal at all. And so that is our review of the story for you. We hope you enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to drop a comment down below. Let us know what you enjoyed about it. Give us a like, subscribe, and turn on your bell notifications for all the good things from the channel. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.